Alright, let's just get into this. So, according to ESPN, they believe our boy Willie Anderson, the sign helmet I have behind me every single video, is not going to get into the Hall of Fame in the next 10 years. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get into it, next year or potentially a year after that. It is what it is. At the end of the day, there's a lot of great players from history. But the next 10 years is kind of insane. Especially because he is one of the best right tackles to ever play the game. Nonetheless, though, let's talk about this. So, this upcoming season, ESPN predicts that the new Hall of Famers will be Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, Terrell Suggs, Jared Allen, and Adam Vinatieri. The players who were not elected but are eligible is Marshawn Lynch, Marshall Yanda, Ryan Khalil, Luke Kuechly, Aqib Talib, and Earl Thomas. First off, Earl Thomas should not be in the Hall of Fame. Okay? I understand, he was great with the Legion of Boom. He was amazing. But, based on other things that have happened outside of football, and now I'm not talking about when he had a fight with his wife. He actually ended up pulling a weapon on his wife at one point. Long story short, I don't feel like he should be in the Hall of Fame. And that's his personal reasons. But, beside the point, everybody else, okay. Again, like I said, there are great players. Class of 2026, I think that would be Drew Brees, Frank Gore, Larry Fitz, Jason Witten, Richard Sherman, and then they said the uneligible player, or eligible but not elected, Philip Rivers, Alex Smith, Julian Edelman, and Dez Bryant. Why would Alex Smith make the Hall of Fame? I do love Alex Smith. I really do. And why would Phil... Wait, what am I saying? Hold up. What my brain? My brain just isn't processing. Why would Phil Rivers make the Hall of Fame? That doesn't make any sense at all. Philip Rivers in the Hall of Fame? For what? Guy was a playoff choke. He just loved choking in the playoffs. Alex Smith, okay, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame at all. But, no, neither of these guys should be in the Hall of Fame. And speaking of this, I don't really have a problem with the players they elected so far. Dez Bryant should not be in the Hall of Fame. Maybe. Actually, no, he probably should be. He maybe should be. But neither of these guys should be in the Hall of Fame. Julian Edelman... Is he in the Hall of Fame because he's like the best white receiver of all time? But he's not, because Sergeant Largent is one of the best white receivers of all time. But why is Julian Edelman in the Hall of Fame? I don't think Julian Edelman should be in the Hall of Fame. Greg Olsen shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He's a great tight end. I don't know if he should be in the Hall of Fame. David DeCastro, Marquise Pouncey, Geno Atkins should be in the Hall of Fame. I agree with that. Marquise Pouncey, maybe. David DeCastro, okay. New Hall of Fame was Big Ben. Yeah, Big Ben, I agree. I think Big Ben's a Hall of Famer, 100%. Even though his first two Super Bowls... Well, no, his first Super Bowl was literally off the heels of handing the ball off to Mendenhall. But that's beside the point. Marshawn Lynch, Ian Adrian Peterson, okay. Rob Gronkowski, and Luke Kuechly. I have no problem with that list. I think that list is pretty good. Cam Newton's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. Now, I know this is saying eligible, not saying that they think that they should be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't care about... I'm just going off of players here. He is not a Hall of Famer, okay? Even if he dove on that fumble in the Super Bowl, he still wouldn't be a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I think Whitworth could be a Hall of Famer, 100%. I think he should be a Hall of Fame. He should be a Hall of Fame, 100%. Alex Mack, no. Gerard McCoy, yeah, I give it to him. Ryan Kerrigan, I don't know if I give him and Connor Barwin was so good back in the day, but I don't know if I would give. Wait, no, Connor Barwin with J.J. Watt. Ryan Kerrigan had who did he have? Not Holly. He had a right side linebacker on the other side or left. No, was it Connor Barwin? It might have been Connor Barwin, but no, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Eric Weddle's not a Hall of Famer. Malcolm Jenkins. No, he's not a Hall of Famer either. I wouldn't say he's a Hall of Famer either. Tom Brady, Hall of Famer, okay. J.J. Watt, yes. Marquise Pouncey, whatever. Marshall Yonda, I'm not going to say too much about that. I don't think he should be a Hall of Famer. Matt Ryan should not be a Hall of Famer. Deshaun Jackson should... he's very much on the fringe. I could say Deshaun could be a Hall of Famer. AJ Green, 100% a Hall of Famer. Jarvis Landry, fringe. Sue, I think he should be. Chandler Jones, I don't think so. Devin McCourty, no. 2029, Philip Rivers, no. If playoff choking was a Hall of Fame category, see, I see why a lot of people are saying that the Hall of Fame now is becoming almost to a point where you're taking away from how amazing the Hall of Fame is. It used to be players who make the Hall of Fame were considered the best players that ever played the game. They were generational players. They changed the way football was played. Now I feel like, especially with some of this list here so far for ESPN, we're taking away from that mentality. You're destroying the Hall of Fame because you're going to put players in who are not Hall of Famers just because they were big names or people like them or people know who they were. And I feel like that takes away from the Hall of Fame. You know, players like LT, and I'm not talking about, well, obviously Lawrence Taylor, yeah, although he's a piece of crap person. He recently, I'm not even going to get into it, very bad person. But anyway, LT is in LaDainian Tomlinson I'm talking about. He was a generational player. He changed the game. He was amazing. Adrian Peterson changed the game. Sean Alexander changed the game. Phil Rivers did not change the game. Julio Jones, no. I feel like quarterbacks, a lot of it is around Super Bowls. It is. And I feel like that's really why Eli Manning's going to make it because of Super Bowls. Eli Manning wasn't crazy, the greatest quarterback of all time. He's going to get in there because he won 2 Super Bowls versus Tom Brady, which is an accomplishment that is probably one of the greatest in NFL history. If he doesn't win those 2 Super Bowls, he would not be a Hall of Famer. If he wins those 2 Super Bowls versus a different quarterback, I think he's still a Hall of Famer, but this statement, I think it's very arguable. Because you win it against Tom Brady, and you're automatically in that echelon tier. Jason Peters, Jason Kelsey, 100%. Aaron Donald. Like, again, Aaron Donald. I hate the guy. Absolutely hate him. Despise him. He's a Hall of Famer. 100% a Hall of Famer. Jason Kelsey, 100% a Hall of Famer. That's not a question on God's green earth here. Dalvin Cook is not a Hall of Famer. If he ever got in the Hall of Fame. Michael Thomas is not a Hall of Famer either. He was really good for a small period of time, and then he dealt with injuries, and he never could come back from it. If he's a Hall of Famer, then I'm a Hall of Famer. Jimmy G, I would put him in the Hall of Fame. Lester Cox, I could see him in the Hall of Fame as well. Aaron Rodgers, yes, Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. Travis Kelce, yes, Travis Kelce is a Hall of Famer. He is not a Hall of Famer. Von Miller, yes, I would say Von Miller is a Hall of Famer. Bobby Wagner, yeah, I agree with that one as well. He is a Hall of Famer. Russell Wilson, no, he's not a Hall of Famer. If he would have beat the Patriots in that second Super Bowl and won back-to-back Super Bowls and then potentially had a really good season in the third one, maybe. I would say maybe. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Joe Flacco is not a Hall of Famer. Not even close. Zeke Elliott's not even close to a Hall of Famer. OBJ, no. Zach Ertz, not a Hall of Famer. Cam Hayward, no. Cam Jordan, absolutely no. Actually, Cam Jordan, yes. I'd say Cam Jordan, yes, and Cam Hayward also, maybe. Maybe on these two guys. I think Cam. These two guys are a maybe. These two guys are a maybe. I love Calais Campbell. I really do. And, you know, he's the age-old veteran. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Levante David, no. Stephon Gilmore, no. Xavier Howard, no. Oh, Xavier Howard. This guy is... He is very disgusting human being. Just a little side note. I'm gonna look him up. Maybe look him up and see what he did recently. Very disgusting human being. I'm very upset that when he was a free agent, I was even thinking about the Bengals signing him. Beside the point. Patrick Peterson. Yeah, Patrick Peterson's a Hall of Famer. I think so. Cordell Patterson is not a Hall of Famer. Stop it. He is not Devin Hester. He is not. Although he actually does hold, I think he has the most kickoff returns in history, I believe. He is good, but no. Russell Wilson is not a Hall of Famer. DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, I'll put him in the Hall of Fame. Zach Martin, yeah, I'll put him in the Hall of Fame. Patrick Peterson, yeah, Hall of Famer, 100%. Derrick Henry, yeah, I think Derrick Henry should be in the Hall of Fame. Diggs, I'm looking outside the person, like the player, and how, like, I'm looking outside the person and how he's a diva. As a player, Stephon Diggs, yeah, you can make the argument. You can make the argument. Keenan Allen, yes, 100%. Tyron Smith, yeah. Lane Johnson, 100%. Demario Davis, yeah, it's close. I would say yes for Khalil Mack. Darius Slay, no. Harrison Smith, no. Honey Badger, no. I think when it comes to, and this is what kind of my opinion on this whole thing, is sometimes, and I'm doing this myself in this video as well, I gotta correct myself here, is that sometimes we kind of think of the player right now, and we don't think of them when they were in their prime. For example, you know, go back up, right? I mean, Khalil Mack is still decent right now, but when Khalil Mack was on the Bears, not the Bears, when he was on the Raiders, before John Gruden, you know, kicked that down the road there, he was so good. He was absolutely dominant as dominant can be. So I think we have to remember him in his prime more or less than him right now. He's still good, but he's not like he was back in the day. New Hall of Famers, Matthew Stafford. I think that's very close. That is a very close Hall of Fame. Gifted a Super Bowl because of a bullcrap holding call. I don't know if I'd put him a Hall of Famer. Devontae Adams, yeah, I'd put him a Hall of Famer. And again, I guess a lot, and also, we're talking about class 2032, okay? Right now, we're in 2024. This is 8 years in the future. So, in 8 years, is Devontae Adams going to be able to add to his resume that he has at this moment in time and be able to, in theory, you know, get into that Hall of Fame class? And that's the question. And I think he will. Tyron Smith, yes. Trent Williams, 100%. Justin Tucker, 100% a Hall of Famer. Not a question. Kirko Cousins, no. Derek Carr, not even a chance in heck. Alvin Kamara, no. Cooper Kupp, no. George Kittle, yeah, I'd put him in there. Joe Bentonio, maybe. DeMarcus Lawrence, probably not. Tyreek Hill, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Mike Evans, Hall of Famer. Khalil Mack, okay. Chris Jones, Jalen Ramsey, no. It's the kickoff returns he's so good at, though. Nick Chubb, yes, Hall of Famer. Amari Cooper, honestly, yeah, probably. Nah, I wouldn't say he's a Hall of Famer. Matthew Judon, no. DeForest Buckner, no. CJ Mosley, no. CMC, yes. I think Derrick Henry, 100%. George Kittle, 100%. And TJ Watt, 100%. Saquon, Andrews, Kenny Clark, and Budda Baker. Saquon, I'm going to go no. Mark Andrews, I'm going to say no. Kenny Clark, no. And Budda Baker, I would say no. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. What would you agree or disagree with?